The What I Eat in a Day era.
This is what I eat in
Let's
a day.
film on what I eat.
Hey guys,
This is
what I eat in a day. Trying to lose weight. I always have my greens on an empty stomach.
Alright y'all, here's what I eat in a day.
And I'm a registered dietitian.
And how eating mostly whole foods is
I've lost 40 pounds over the last 100 pounds. Made me lose the most amount of weight.
So the question is, what is the perfect diet?
To find out, I read over 40 articles filled with research-backed recommendations, advice, and meal plans made by dozens of dietitians, random websites claiming they had the answer, and what I found was...
someone told them eat this, and someone else told them to eat the opposite food.
And half the time they were just saying nonsense. So, to the best of my abilities, I condensed it into the ultimate perfect diet. I actually split this week up into 7 different perfect diets, because the perfect diet is out there, but not in the way you think it is. One study fed over 1,000 healthy people identical meals for 2 weeks, and then measured their metabolic responses. And all the results were really different, meaning that a healthy diet for one person can be unhealthy for another. Even identical twins showed really different responses to the same meal.
If the best diet does exist, then we haven't yet found it because we've been asking the wrong question. Because it assumes that the best diet depends only on the food and not on the person eating it. What if our nutrition needs to be personally tailored to our unique makeup?
What makes up a healthy diet plan depends on who's eating it, their genetics, their lifestyle, their microbiome, their immune system, and so much more. Your perfect diet shouldn't just keep you alive, it should help you thrive. And what I need to thrive, and what you need to thrive, and what Sadiq needs to thrive is all very different. So that's why I'm rating the perfection using the Linda scale. In order to find your perfect, you just gotta start eating. When you Google the perfect diet, you'll be bombarded with a tsunami of meal plans, 7-day, 1 month for men, for women. I just chose a random 7-day meal plan by Medical News Daily, and we're starting off with this incredibly bland yogurt breakfast.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty sad bowl of yogurt. This is just not normal for me. I usually add chocolate chips, nut butters, more fruit, more than like 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Oh, okay, I'm gonna stop complaining.
If this was a perfect breakfast, I would have 7 more strawberries. I'm just not a plain yogurt type of girl.
I will never understand who decides that these exact measurements and meals constitute the perfect diet, but you know, I'm not complaining because I love a good peanut butter banana rice cake moment. For lunch, they said turkey avocado toast. While I've never had the desire to top my own avocado toast with turkey, it's kind of genius. It was really good, and I have to say, that drizzle of olive oil really elevated this toast experience.
Okay. Fire. 9 out of 10.
And I will always cherish my Alani Nu protein bars, but this website said homemade, so we're homemaking probably the simplest 4-ingredient protein bar recipe ever, and it took me 2 minutes, so I think store-bought protein bars should be a little worried because they have some pretty tough competition. And you best believe that I cried a couple happy tears seeing that dinner was peanut butter chicken. I was expecting websites like this to have the plainest, driest, boringest chicken breast and broccoli for dinner, but maybe this was fate or something, because if I was a chicken dish, this would be me. So I'm not counting macros. The 50% carbs, 30% fat, 20% protein. An article posted by Harvard Health actually said there's no magic ratio for these 3 macronutrients, as long as you are avoiding extremes. In fact, a number of recent studies have found that the quality of food you eat, emphasizing whole foods over processed foods, is so much more important than whether it's low fat, low carb, or somewhere in between.
Need peanut butter. Peanut butter makes anything good. Kale, not bad. Jane and peanut butter. Sweet potato and peanut butter. Also fire.
Overall, I was pleasantly surprised by today. I was full and satisfied and even got my peanut butter fix in. The only thing I'd add would be dessert. There we go. Now it's perfect. I mean, if you're gonna follow anyone's diet, it might as well be a dietitian's. So I read a lot of articles and watched a lot of videos, and dietitians are just like normal people that love the words protein, fiber, nuts, healthy fats, filling, and water. And I'm honored to announce that the overall most mentioned breakfast was oatmeal. Some other recurring points included having a meal or snack every 3 to 4 hours, combining protein and fiber at every meal, moving around and drinking water often, eating balanced meals with protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats, and we love nuts. Experts agree a higher protein breakfast is the way to go, ideally between 20 to 30 grams of protein.
There's nothing I love more than every single website recommending oatmeal for breakfast. They're making me feel really good about myself because this is literally what I eat every day anyway.
I'm so happy to say that every article I read was against only drinking coffee for breakfast. Hey, diet culture, we're making progress.
I said, Ma, can you make me some nuts?
She made a liter of nuts! And something every dietitian has in common between breakfast and lunch is that there will always be nuts in their hands. For lunch, they recommended adding as many colored greens as possible and choosing whole grains and lean protein. A lot ate salad or sandwiches, and I'm not a sandwich girl, but I saw one of my favorite dietitians eat a tofu rice bowl for lunch. Remember, food is meant to be enjoyed, so don't torture yourself into eating a kale salad for lunch if you hate kale. There's so many other ways to get in your greens and nutrients, and if you're just craving some takeout and nothing else will do, eat the takeout and enjoy every beautiful bite. Dietitians are also the biggest fans of Greek yogurt, and I don't blame them. Seriously, maybe one of the most amazing foods for your health. Such a good source of protein, contains probiotics for your gut health, calcium for your bone health, and it's just yummy. She's just the full package.
I'm making breakfast for dinner.
The dietitian said she always eats ice cream, not low calorie, not low fat or fake banana and ice cream. Only real ice cream makes her feel satisfied. I really appreciate how so many dietitians share what they eat because it shows us there's no reason why your healthy needs to look like theirs. Health is meant to look different on all of us. So while I'm eating the perfect week of eats, I thought I might as well do the perfect week of workouts too. By the way, all the workout clothes I'm wearing in this video are by Yvette Sports. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends adults get 150 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity and at least 2 days of muscle strengthening activity. I personally get a little bit more than that just from walking my dog and my Caroline Gervin obsession. While every website recommended a different workout split or routine, every website also did say, do what makes sense for you. The perfect workout week depends on your goals, your fitness level, age, how much time you have, energy levels, how much rest and recovery you need, and what you like, because ultimately the best workout routine is one that you can sustain. Personally, I've done at-home workouts for over 10 years, and I love it, from strength to HIIT to Pilates to yoga, and I never like to work out the same muscle groups the day right after. Over the years, my reason for working out has shifted from focusing on only my appearance to focusing on my mental and physical health, strength, how good it feels to work on myself and take care of my body. But feeling cute and comfortable during my workouts is also really important to me, not by changing how my body looks, but by finding the right clothes for my body type. So during Monday's strength training, I wore these high-waisted yoga leggings from Yvette, and these are the softest leggings I own. They're squat test proof and just slide on like butter and almost feels like I'm not wearing pants, which I enjoy a little bit too much. And I feel like everyone needs a go-to black sports bra. This one's a crisscross padded yoga bra. I love the simple v-neck in the front and the mesh crisscross straps in the back. And all my sports bras are light support because, well, there's not much to sport if I'm gonna be honest. Tuesday was a little high intensity interval training day, and I prefer shorts for super sweaty jumpy days, so I wore these sculpt mesh 2-in-1 running shorts. Also great for running if you're a runner, but I don't willingly partake in that activity, but if I did, I would wear these. Love the elastic waistband and the built-in liner, and the overall just fit perfectly. Covers enough, but not too much. Wednesday was an upper body strength day with a cute ab workout. I used to never work out my arms. I don't know what possessed me, probably social media and toxic beauty standards, but I'm telling you, I've never felt as powerful or indestructible or badass than on arm day. Thursday was an active rest day. Now I know everyone has a different definition of perfect, but it doesn't matter who you are. A perfect workout routine is not perfect without some type of rest. I didn't believe this for years, and maybe that's why I stopped seeing progress in my strength. After all your hard work, your muscles need some space and time to grow and recover. Anyways, this white tank is a little see-through and has a cut in the back, and I just love how loose and airy it is. I've recently been traveling through Southeast Asia, which is boiling hot, and I have not taken this top off the entire time. Accompanying me on this leg day is the Shift Crisscross Cozy Padded Yoga Bra. It's a little bit more compressive, but still lets me move freely, and leg days always turn me into a drippy, sweaty mess, and while I wouldn't have it any other way, I do appreciate how well this tank absorbs my beautiful grossness. For Saturday's strength HIIT workout, I wore this super cute, light, sagey green padded yoga bra. The cut and the color of this is just perfect. And that concludes my week of workouts and workout fits. And Yvette has kindly given me some discount codes to give to you guys that you can find in my description box to save some money. Now, back to the food. While I was browsing through these perfect diet plans, not once did I see any meals that I eat in my Chinese household. Obviously, I'm not surprised, but I thought perfect day of cultural eats was necessary. And even though I'm definitely not a savory breakfast girl, this was comforting on every level. At first, I was confused why I couldn't think of any Chinese snacks for this video, but that's because growing up, we would just eat fruits and nuts and seeds, or hard-boiled eggs or yogurt, and even now, I'll see my parents just grab a little handful of nuts when they're hungry throughout the day. What do you know, we were eating perfectly without even trying. Now this is so fun. Ramen was a staple in my household growing up, and it's gotten a pretty bad rep over the years for how processed and high sodium it is, but there are so many ways we can add to these lovely noodles to create a more satisfying filling and even more delicious meal out of it. To be honest, this is how I grew up eating ramen. My mom loved adding whatever veggies we had in the fridge, which adds fiber and great nutrients, and we'd always crack in an egg. Ma, the eggs are perfect! Or sometimes two if we were feeling eggy that day, which added some protein.
I think it tastes better with the vegetables though.
If you didn't know, I grew up in Canada, so obviously I learned about nutrition and health through a very westernized lens. Thought healthy only looked like a palm-sized grilled chicken breast, 1 cup of milk, and 6 servings of vegetables. We were handed Canada's food guide, but nowhere on the food guide could I find dumplings or tomato and egg or congee. I slowly stopped eating my mom's cooking because I wanted both my lunchbox and my body to resemble the kids around me. Fitting in and being healthy meant packing different foods and unpacking my culture. But I've learned that embracing my culture, having a good relationship with all foods, going out to Chinese social events, and being proud of what makes me different is completely, totally, perfectly healthy.
I know, it tastes really good. Sorry. It's so yummy.
Unfortunately, most of the websites I read weren't fans of dessert, but they did say if you had to have dessert, which I always do, it should be high protein or some type of fruit, which is perfect because from my personal experience, the classic Chinese post-dinner dessert is a bunch of cut-up fruits. Shout out mother-son. Saving money and eating healthy don't have to be mutually exclusive. We can still have a perfect diet and not break the bank, so here are some of my favorite perfect budget eats. Oat fuel is the best fuel and a cheap fuel too. I swear it's just the most superior food. It's yummy, good for you, filling, versatile. You can eat it baked, blended, fridged, stove-topped, microwaved. It tastes good with every fruit and nut butter.
I just found these bowls and they're literally the perfect size. I've been looking for these everywhere. Costco. It's just like the perfect depth and the perfect width.
I will never not be shocked when I'm checking out at the grocery store and it says my bundle of 10 bananas is only $1.50. So I highly recommend mixing together some bananas, oats, and peanut butter, and maybe some protein powder and chocolate if you're feeling bougie, and make yourself some healthy 18-cent cookies that can be a snack or breakfast or even dessert. Other simple money-saving tips include meatless meals. Legumes like beans and lentils, eggs, tofu, canned fish are cheaper but still yummy protein choices. Always freeze your bread because bread lives forever in the freezer.
You know, this is so fun. Lunch is, in my opinion, the worst meal of the day. It's usually why I eat breakfast foods during it. Every dietitian loves edamames. That's what I've realized.
Make some creative meals with things in your pantry. You'll be shocked by how many still edible things you'll find. Always choose the in-season fruit and veggies. Or eat the frozen fruits and veggies, like these edamame. Cheap, quick, and high in protein.
Suspiciously good.
The best things in life can't be bought with money. Well, maybe just a little bit of money. Rice is cheap and so meal preppable. Fried rice is the ultimate cheap, quickie, lazy, comforting meal for me and great for using up leftovers. You basically toss in your protein, which is usually eggs for us or any proteins we have left over. We love adding a bunch of veggies from frozen edamames, broccoli, corn, to that shriveled up pepper or wilted cabbage. Just chop it all up, toss it in a pan, add soy sauce, salt, pepper, boom, dinner. We've established our cheap best friend today, our bananas. These air fried bananas have been popping off on social media lately.
I've seen this everywhere. Looks kind of sketchy.
And all you have to do is fill it up and air fry. And with a little scoop of ice cream, it's the perfect warm and gooey dessert boat. Please, everyone, leave your budget meal tips and recipes in the comments and help one another save some money.
At the same time.
I have this soft spot for vegan food, so welcome to a perfect day of vegan eats.
Tofu pancakes. Kinda nervous. Really just winging this. Not even measuring anything.
Let's start off by giving tofu a big shout out. It's a great source of protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and it can just transform into so much.
Look at those fluffy guys.
It can even turn into a pancake. I was a tiny bit nervous about this one, but tofu really has never let me down.
Smell test? So good. Kind of flat. Taste test. That slays. It has like an accentuated chewy factor. Who needs eggs? My protein pancakes are good, okay? They're good. These are better. They were really good.
When I used to think vegan, I used to think salad and then I would get sad. But I had just never done salad properly. When you really think about it, possibilities are kind of endless. So many flavors and textures and add-ins and dressings. You can make it creamy or vinegary or fruity or nutty. They also come in every color. So let's stop the salad stigma. That ordering a salad automatically means you want to lose weight or you're on a diet that has to be bland and boring. If fast food shaming is not okay, then neither is salad shaming. But I am a little ashamed that this is my first time trying the viral Jennifer Aniston salad.
I think that's really good. That's good.
Yeah.
Mother son likes. Pistachios hit.
Our high protein and fiber snack for the day is chia seed pudding. Now, chia seeds are like this magical little seed that gets jelly and thick when soaked in liquids, and people like to make these puddings out of them, which is one of my least favorite foods in the world. The texture but this one looks kind of good. Man, I just can't get over the texture. I can't do the texture.
The peanut butter makes it tolerable, but I think I'm just eating peanut butter.
So another reason I'm doing so many different diet themes is because to my core, I believe not only does the perfect diet range from person to person, but also day to day. I am all of these days and all of these diets. Every day is gonna be different, and different doesn't have to mean imperfect. My perfect diet is one without rules and lists and measurements. It's measured instead with how satisfied my cravings are and how full I feel, how much energy I have. And I will never stick to the recommended serving sizes because how do they know how much peanut butter my body needs? And not every day is gonna be high in protein and have multiple servings of veggies, and that's perfectly okay.
You live and you learn. Never use soft tofu. Still yummy.
It's just the wrong texture. And they demolished that.
And picking the wrong tofu is also perfectly okay. I've learned my lesson. I will not do it again.
Some pistachios.
I've actually been seeing this a lot recently, eating and working out based on your cycle phase. Each phase comes with different hormonal effects on the body and of course different dietary recommendations. I've never considered eating hormone balancing foods, so this was actually a very exciting and educational day for me. Starting off with flax seeds. They are rich in omega-3s, which can have anti-inflammatory effects, which helps reduce period pain. There's also this popular trend in the wellness space called seed cycling. I don't want to get into all that here, but yes, we are fans of the flax seed. We also love berries because berries contain antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that can help manage inflammation and provide period pain relief.
I have like mixed feelings about flax seeds. I think every time I buy them, they just expire and go bad because there's this like sour taste to them. So hopefully I drench this with enough maple syrup that it doesn't taste like that. I have masked a sour flavor. The bananas are so sweet. The pancakes are so fluffy.
Next on our menu, we are making dark chocolate covered apples. Now, dark chocolate is rich in magnesium, which apparently may help reduce pain. We are sprinkling on some pomegranate, which are also our friends during this time, and pumpkin seeds, which contain zinc and vitamin E and selenium and a lot of other good stuff that have been proven to help us with cramping too.
这个 idea 特别好 pumpkin seed. 聪明 I stole the idea from someone else. I'm not this creative.
A lot of resources said to load up on calcium, and that yogurt is one of the best things to eat on your period. Apparently, in a study, they found that calcium can decrease PMS symptoms, and it was found to help with water retention and bloating too.
So fluffy!
Oh, so good.
I also read that healthy fats like avocado, fatty fish, and my favorite, nut butters are also great during this time.
A beautiful, beautiful mess.
I'm gonna keep eating, but I just wanted to chat about why this week wasn't completely useless because while there is no perfect diet, there are better diets. Doesn't mean less food, it actually means finding ways to add more food. Some protein to your oats, some fruit to your cereal, some veggies to your lunch.
I got salmon juices all over my sweater.
You might as well just try it out because it might make a positive difference in how the food you're eating makes you feel. I think I did see a lot where websites calling certain foods and food groups bad, and I think we just have to forgive them because we know they mean well, and we know there is no good or bad. It's never about restricting or cutting out food groups. So when they say bad, redefine bad.
Changing your side won't change anything.
The donut or the cookie or the late night chocolate isn't bad. Obsessing over food and feeling out of control around food, in my opinion, that's what's bad. A perfect day of eats can be a sweet one too. Of course, I don't mean like Oreos and donuts for every meal, but here's some of my favorite recipes that help me nourish both my body and my sweet tooth. I swear oatmeal is just a gift to this world, especially a gift for sweet lovers like myself. I've made oatmeal donuts, brownies, cakes, banana breads, but today we are making an oatmeal breakfast cookie.
Oh. Huge raw piece of meat in the air fryer. It wasn't even on.
You can eat it as is, but I love adding it on the side of some vanilla Greek yogurt and lots of berries for more protein and fiber and of course, sweetness.
Perfect every time. Sweet tooth happy.
To keep the sweet tooth happy before lunch, I always have little sweet snacks lying around like this protein cookie dough. It stores perfectly in the fridge and it satisfies my peanut butter tooth too. The perfect diet for you is for you to figure out, not for you to read on some random website. And that's what's beautiful about food and nutrition. There isn't one way to do it right.
Hits the spot.
I'm like way too hyped for the salad. Whenever I have like a sweet tooth, I love tahini salads with like dried fruit.
We all live such different lives, come from different backgrounds, and like different things. Of course, our plates will look different too. You have to include your favorite home-cooked meals, the breakfast you can't live without, the right amount of peanut butter for you, enough fiber to keep things moving, enough carbs to keep you moving, protein to keep you full, desserts to keep you happy, new foods to keep life fun. This doesn't mean completely overlook portions and macros and mindlessly eat, but we can take care of our bodies without food rules and listen to our cravings without Googling if we're allowed to first. We can eat all our favorite foods and have a balanced diet. We can exist with both salads and ice cream. We can all be eating different things and still be eating perfectly. Oh my god, holy sh! Good things take time, which is why the perfect diet is gonna take you a lifetime. Not a Google search, not a 60-second quiz, not listening to an influencer who doesn't actually know how your specific body works. Dietitians can guide you, sure, help you plan more balanced meals, but only you live in the body that's being fed. And as your body continues to change for the rest of your life, so will your diet.
Bananas are warm and sweet and soft, and with the cinnamon and the peanut butter, like crisps and caramelizes, and it like melts in your mouth. You take one thing away from this video, you need to
take your time to experiment with different foods, see what excites your taste buds, what makes you feel groggy or your stomach uncomfy, or find the foods that make you feel unstoppable, or the ones you just can't live without. Make the meal plans and recipes your own, because it's not about following the perfect diet plan. It's about creating your own.